So yesterday I was talking to you about how I'm going to hold off as long as possible to put on a sweatshirt. It's freaking cold out. Um, so yeah, I went with the sweatshirt. My ribs are really bothering me today. I'm not sure if it's the work, the healing, or the sleeping that's bothering you. I'm doing a lot more side sleeping. Don't have a lot of physical therapy to do with them. My physical therapist, she's not running me through too many stretches on them just yet. Uh, we did the laser, as she calls it, which helps, I guess, break up all the scar tissue. Woo! Oh, I spilled that all over me. So a little bit tired today. A little bit sluggish, which I'm quite surprised on, seeing as how I slept really well last night. I mean, I went to bed early, slept through the night. Don't really remember waking up throughout the night. I had some fucked up dream though. I had a dream that I had a dream. It was weird. Um, I don't think I did anything in the dream, but according to them, they like contacted the police. I had this like recording about like beating people up and all this stuff. It was weird, and I didn't even have like anything weird to eat before dinner, so it was, I don't know, weird. Um, but anyway, today we're on to the R in the SMART goals, and that is relatable or relative to your overall goals. Um, and this means pretty much it relates to your lifestyle. You know, if you have a goal of, I'm just throwing something out here, losing 100 pounds. I know I've used that before. So let's say I want to lose 100 pounds, but you're a hot dog eating champion. It's going to make it a little bit difficult, or you're a competitive food eater. It's going to make it a little bit difficult to accomplish that goal. And I was sitting here, oh man, those are sore today. I'm going to have to put some ice on tomorrow. So if you're a competitive eater and you enjoy competitive eating and that's all you want to do, then losing 100 pounds doesn't really fit into that lifestyle. It doesn't fit into your overall goal, you know? Um, yeah, so it's got to be relatable to what you want to do. So my goal is to lose 225 pounds. No, no, no. See, I told you, I'm tired. My goal is to weigh 225 pounds with 10 to 12% body fat. Last little bit tall as well. Woo! Chunky. Um, 225 pounds, 10 to 12% body fat. I want to look better. I want to live a longer life. I want to feel good about myself. So that fits in with that goal. So it's not just some random goal. I want to be a professional race car driver. It doesn't really fit into my lifestyle. Not saying that it's not something I can do, but it's not something that is easy for me to go into, because it's not, if it's not relatable and relative to what you do, to how you live your life, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to maintain or stick with that goal. So um, like I'm thinking about another short-term goal, whereas I take a right on Depot Square to avoid all this construction, and I forget to do it every day. And here I am on another day sitting in traffic. I'm not rushed today. I do have to work today, but not until 11. So I got plenty of time. Um, Friday's a little bit different. I have to be in a little bit earlier, so I have to make sure I'm up earlier. and I got to call the VA and get it cleared so I can go back to work full time. So excited about that. Other than that, I ain't got nothing for you. So I'll see you guys in the gym. Let's get after it. It's upper body workout day, so a little bit of a longer workout today, but should be a good one. See you in there. Starting off with the incline bench press. Got up in weight from last week, even though I struggled a little bit last week. I think I'll grab some assistance on the last round or two, but it's manageable, and it's relatable to my fitness goals. The whole theme of today. Forgot to give myself that little extra angled seat so I don't slide out of my chair. Round one felt good. We'll see what happens round two. Yeah, February sucks. Just so you know. All right, so skull crushers to bench press. 8 on the skull crushers, 12 on the bench press. I will say with supersetting that in there, it makes for finishing out the bench presses much more difficult. So, all right, so I kind of fucked up, and well, I didn't fuck up. I decided I was going to just film the last set because it's a fucking ass kickers where I get into my failure sets. But again, relatable exercises. I'm trying to grow a wider back. This is relatable. If I'm trying to grow a wider back, I don't want to do as many oblique exercises because that blocks me off and doesn't make the V taper as prevalent. So that's just me currently right now. I mean, I'll be hitting my obliques at some point, especially once the ribs fully heal. I just try to roller with Dana and suck. But all these exercises are in goal with what I want to accomplish. Wider back, more defined lats, V taper, bigger arms, so on and so forth. They're all relatable to what I want to do or in relation to my overall goals. So that's how I set my goals. But I did fuck up and I forgot to do my in between, but fuck it. Oh, those are amazing. So hitting up there at the very end, and the short or the long length partials, 4 reps. So that weight will stay the same next week. On to rows, and probably my new, I don't want to say favorite, but one of the machines I'm starting to really like is the ISO row. And I'm using the light grip on this as far as I can to really hit that upper back, rhomboids, upper traps, rear delts. Definitely have to go up on those next week. Let's get into some arms. All right, so we're on our last set, and I did take a little bit longer because I was helping one of the students out here with her form on her couple of her exercises. She seems really appreciative. And sometimes I was like, man, I feel, but she's novice. She's in here like on a regular, kicking ass, taking names. So I always love seeing that, and she's willing to learn and get better. So. All right, so last up. I'm fucking toast. Workout's taking me just over an hour and a half. But I did have like some downtime helping Ella, which is the young lady I was talking about earlier, with some of her form technique to get bigger, better, stronger, faster, stronger. Go. I don't know what the saying is, but so this is the last set. Tricep angle press downs, followed up by some incline French press. I'm telling you right now, I'm fucking toast. My arms are toast. My whole body's toast. Contemplating moving one of these groups of exercises over my lower body day since that's a much shorter workout usually. Oh, look at that. I just flipped it around and didn't do all the stuff to make it look pretty. I gotta kind of tilt and tilt. There we go. But again, relatable. Doing extra tricep workouts. So technically, I did the skull crushers to close grip bench press, but I didn't want to. I didn't think that was enough, so I added some more onto it. And the reason I do it, there's three muscles to the triceps. Triceps, once they're big, they make your arms look big. So I do a little bit more work on those. It's part of my goal. It's relatable to the rest of my, bigger, better, stronger. So last night, I'm solid. And that's that for that. Contemplating whether or not I should up those 5 pounds next week. We'll find out. Relatable. That entire workout was relatable to my long-term fitness goals. Getting in better shape, losing fat, gaining muscle, getting a V taper with the back, increasing chest size, reducing waist size, not doing a lot of oblique work because I don't want to get blocky, if you will. So once the ribs are healed, I am going to start getting back into some non-weighted core work, planks, side planks, crunches, reverse crunches, things to that effect, just to keep the definition and pop of those abs. But getting off subject. So, but everything that I'm doing is relatable. Make sure that what you do in your workout, or make sure your goals are relatable to what you want in life. If you want to become a bartender, you know, there's no point of you going to cybersecurity school. Doesn't make sense. If you want to go to cybersecurity school, doesn't really make sense to go to bartending, unless, of course, you figure bartending is going to help pay for your way. Oh, somebody's coming and trying to run me over. They parked in a parking spot and then left that parking spot, and then they're going back in that parking spot. I don't understand. So, but yeah, if it's just about managing your goals and what you want out of them. Whew, look at that. I'm getting pretty good at that. Oh, no, I can't do that because I got my keys in there. But just keep pushing towards your goal. Focus your short and long, focus your long-term goals around what's relatable in your life. And then focus your short-term goals on what's relatable to those long-term goals. So long-term goal, 225 pounds. 10 to 12% body fat. Let's see if I can turn this music off real quick if it comes on. There we go. That shouldn't cause me a temporary blockage. But 225 pounds, 10 to 12% body fat. That's my long-term goal because I want to live a longer life, healthier lifestyle. Want to be a role model to my kids. That's long-term, and that's what's relatable to it. My short-term goals are to lose weight, to lose fat. Remember, be specific about your goals. Lose fat. So I'm dieting and exercising properly. Then to get wider back. All of these are relatable to my long-term goal. It's not like I'm saying, I want to lose fat, so I'm going to eat 12 pints of ice cream a week. That doesn't work. But all of my short-term goals are relatable to my long-term goals. My long-term goals are relatable to my lifestyle. So just keep that in mind. Kick some ass, take some names. Set a goal, reach that goal, set a new goal. Every time you reach a milestone, you should be reaching for that next one. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Keep grinding.